It's America's stupidest podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast. Over to you, dummy.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the McGonigal Podcast, America's stupidest podcast. We're back. Episode 37. God knows how they let us do 37 episodes, but somehow they did. Somehow, and I promise this will be even more stupid than the first 36, I hope. At least that's the plan. That's the plan. We have a good panel tonight. Two great comics sitting here on my right. Chris Dolan is here. Chris, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
On my left, Paul Carson is back. Paul, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me back.
Anything to plug before we start? You guys have anything? Your own podcast or shows or anything to plug?
Check out Chris and Ed.
There you go. Check out the high note every Wednesday night. Paul helps run the high note humor over in Haddonfield Heights. Great comedy room Wednesday nights. Check that out and check out Chris's social media. See where he might be coming up. So well, I guess we'll get started with this stupid podcast. I tried to delay it as long as I could, but I guess we got to start. Well, as we sit here on a Sunday night, tomorrow is the second Monday in October, which is the big controversy. Now, do you call tomorrow? What do you call? Do you call it Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day? Chris, have you taken a side in this cultural war?
I really don't have a. I mean, I'll go with Indigenous Peoples Day.
Indigenous
the
People
more
Day?
I hear about Columbus, the less I like. But
Yeah, he wasn't the nicest guy in the world. Somebody said, Trump is celebrating Columbus, and Columbus was like the original illegal alien. So how is Trump celebrating him? Somehow Trump is celebrating the original illegal alien. I guess. Paul, do you take a side on it? Indigenous?
Depends on how nasty I'm feeling.
You have to you either like an Italian guy who couldn't read a map, or you like these Indians sitting around banging rocks together trying to make fire. It depends which side you want to be on. I don't know. I told my Italian neighbor, I said, Happy Indigenous People Day. She chased me for 2 blocks with a frying pan. I don't know. Columbus Day was always, I can't believe how many things were closed on Columbus Day. But when I was younger, I don't remember it being that big of a holiday. Now all of a sudden, all these places are closed, and the post office and libraries, everything's like, well, how did that happen? I swear I don't remember that school.
Is the statue still up? That's the big question.
They took it down, and I think they were going to put it back up. I can't remember what they did with it.
Last I saw it was like in a wooden box.
They did put a box around. Then they took it down. I don't know. I think that and the Rocky statue ought to be like arm in arm down the Italian market. That would be the best place for both of them.
But put them on a flatbed trailer and drive them around the city and let everybody sort of have a chance.
Exactly right.
Like the Lombardi Trophy.
Take them down. I was going to say down to the Italian market with the Italian, but even the Italians don't live in the Italian market. Even they fled. Even they got out. Everybody got out of Philadelphia, for God's sakes. Everybody. But I don't know. It's a big controversy. The Indigenous People Day or Columbus Day. I mean, there's nothing nowadays that's not a controversy. Everything is at the Hatfield and the McCoys in this country. You can't, no matter what it is, you say good morning to somebody, they're mad at you. Everything is a controversy. So I don't know.
I say Grand Rising, just putting it out there.
What is it? Grand Rising?
I don't say good morning.
Oh, Grand Rising. I got you. All right, that sounds good.
I have heard that's a thing that people debate. Yes.
Yeah. Columbus Day or Indigenous people. We recently have a couple. Did we have Yom Kippur? That was recently? Yeah,
that was recently. Sure.
People, everything was closed again. I don't know. I mean, there's too many holidays to me. They ought to probably just cancel most of them. But whatever. I mean, I just think it's funny. Nobody knows what to call a day. You can't even call something, Columbus Day or whatever. But the Irish, we still have our St. Patrick's Day. Don't ever take that away. Don't ever take away the green puke all over the streets and and people passing out on the lawns.
Not a federal holiday.
Yeah, we don't need a federal holiday. And I like that. I've always loved that they had to have a day for the Irish to get drunk. Like, you can't get drunk the other 364. They had to have a special day. The other day, what was wrong? We already were getting drunk. They had to have a special drunk day for the Irish. That always killed me. It was a great way to honor a saint too, by getting drunk and throwing bottles, and that Urban Express where you drive around to the different bars. What a great way to uphold your heritage. Yeah, what a great tribute to a Catholic saint. What a great tribute to the poor guy. He must be in heaven with full of shame. His face red. He must be full of shame.
They should release snakes and just see who can drive
that would be hilarious. If you see how Irish you really are, if you can drive a snake
I'm Irish,
out.
I would run.
Exactly. I don't know any Irish who would actually have anything to do with the snakes, but he was the one.
Snakes would drive the Irish out of wherever.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean the immigrants made the Irish move. I'm sure the snakes would too. Believe me, they would make a move.
Unpopular people.
So I was reading about this problem with people, senior citizens, having cocaine problems. It's up, and they're calling them silver snorters. Silver snorters. I read about this, and I said, "Man, is this a good thing or a bad thing that we now have senior citizen cokeheads?" I guess it makes sense. They were the ones doing it back in the 70s, right? They were the ones who really started the cocaine, so I guess it would make sense that they'd be these young people. All they do is drink lattes and cold coffee or whatever. I have more respect for the cokeheads than anybody who drinks cold coffee. Myself, I don't know.
Everywhere, or is there like a nexus for this?
I was reading about it. It's a big outbreak of cocaine abuse among people 60 and up. And I thought, you might as well live it up, or you're going to be dead soon anyway, right?
Yes.
You might have to. I'm thinking about. I mean, I just turned 60. I'm thinking maybe I should get an 8-ball. What the hell? I mean, it couldn't. My life couldn't go any worse. How much more off the rails could my life go? I might as well get some cocaine. What the hell's the difference? How much worse could it be?
Wasn't there? There's like the villages in Florida. I keep going back to Florida, and that's like a bacchanal down there. I mean, it's like all these old people infecting each other with
the STDs. STDs is a big thing with these old people. STDs.
They probably have thrown coke into the mix now,
doing cocaine and not wearing condoms. These old people.
Going nuts.
We're going to have grandkids showing their grandparents how to put condoms on. That's a great sign for the country. But I mean, I don't know. Quit. You like me? You're over 60, right?
I'm 63.
Have you tried it? Are you on the cocaine yet?
I've never seen cocaine in my entire life.
I've seen it. I've been in a room when other people were doing it, and I had to get up and walk out because I'm such a square. I had to get over. Excuse me, other comics doing it. I had to get up and walk out, but I'm way too much of a pussy.
Yeah,
I smoked pot once in my life in 1989. That's how much of a pussy I am. One time I took like 2 hits off a joint and I was already drunk, so I'm sure it had no effect. But that's how much of a boring fuck I am. One time. And I was too drunk to even remember smoking the pot. I didn't even have a good time with it. That's how much of a jerk off I am.
I've never. I mean, I'm so boring that I like read about drugs, having never seen or
I read all these drugs. I read all these rock and roll biographies and all these guys who are on drugs, and I'm reading about John Lennon and Keith Richards, and I can't even. I don't even take Tylenol. I'm taking regular aspirin. I'm so scared.
Well, the gamble now is like all the cross. I don't know if you even call it contamination, but there's like fentanyl in the cocaine.
Fentanyl and everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, both Tom Petty and Prince both died of accidental fentanyl overdoses.
That's what it was,
right?
Accident. Yeah, Tom Petty was taking painkillers for his bad hip, and he didn't know. Supposedly, he didn't know it had
fentanyl in it.
That's the story. And Prince, the same thing. I don't know what he was taking, but it was apparently
purple fentanyl.
Yeah, purple. It was purple fentanyl. Absolutely, Paisley fentanyl in Paisley Park.
Yeah, Tom Petty's overdose was for his hip. That is the least rock and roll overdose I've ever heard.
He supposedly got addicted to OxyContin because he had this hip operation that he kept putting off. He didn't want to get. I don't know why he didn't want to get it.
Yeah,
and he started painkillers and OxyContin, and he got really addicted. And then apparently there was fentanyl, and that's the story. Who knows if that's real or the story, but that's the story that's been out there. That's how he died.
I had my hip replaced. I don't remember them giving me fentanyl. Maybe they did, and it's still in my medicine cabinet.
But they say a lot of times people don't even you don't know the fentanyls in this stuff, right?
Exactly,
yeah.
So these 60-year-old coke fiends, I mean, they're the retired coke fiends.
Yeah, they could be getting in the fentanyl.
Exactly.
Are they dropping dead?
No, that's the sad part. They're not dropping dead. It would be a good way to thin the herd, but not dropping dead. So when did you seem like a guy who's in good shape. I can't believe you had a hip replacement. Really?
I did. Yeah.
Wow. How long ago was this?
This was 2022. So coming up on 3 years.
And now everything's fine. Everything's great.
It's fine.
Wow.
The other one's going. I mean,
really?
Yeah, it needs to be replaced.
That's probably a genetic thing, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say
my older brother calls us golden retrievers because I guess they have bad hips.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That's right. Oh, that's funny. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Only we're not nearly as lovable or as attractive.
Because lots of times it's
smart.
people who have weight problems and that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at that. Obviously, that's not you, but okay, I guess genetic. Yeah. No, I've been really lucky with that kind of stuff. Hips and knees. Yeah, but I'm saying that now. I just turned 60. 10 days ago. So who knows? Man, all this shit's probably getting ready to hit me now. God knows what's going to hit me now that I'm 6'0". Who the fuck knows?
I think it's time for cocaine.
Yeah.
I might go right to smack. I might just skip the cocaine and go right because why even the way I'm going, I might as well. What the hell's the difference? But
yeah, that's the one thing that's defying inflation.
Exactly. I'm sure the prices are going up, but people are finding a way to pay for it. They're finding a way to pay for it.
It's an economic stabilizer.
I can't give this stuff away.
I feel sorry for these coke dealers in some of these cities where they're sending a National Guard in. Some poor coke dealer's minding his own business. Now he's got the national.
It's got to be
on those cutting down on business. I'm telling you, it's got to be cut down on the commerce.
Trying to make a good, honest living.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, your parents are they over 60, boy? No.
Yeah.
There's no cocaine. You haven't seen any around the house.
I have not seen it yet, but who knows?
It could be coming. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
See some
Thanksgiving.
See some strange guys hanging around the driveway. They might be the dealer. You never know. Could be.
Just a coke tofurkey.
Yeah, exactly. How great would that be?
That would be
cocaine instead of sweeping. I never liked candy jam anyways. I'd rather have cocaine.
Yeah, the appetizers are always same. You could really spice things up with like some drugs.
And speaking of which, Daddy, you guys brought that up. I can't believe we're almost there again. With the fucking Thanksgiving and Christmas. You can't get away from it. It's constantly Thanksgiving and Christmas. It seems like it's coming like 3 times a year now. Mm-hmm. It's brutal. Oh, yeah. I want to just get away from that. So I've been reading about these 2 cases where in this one, a woman put poison in her husband's antifreeze. She put antifreeze in his drink to poison him. And then there was another thing of an ex-girlfriend who was so mad at her ex-boyfriend that she dumped painted tampons all over his lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Painted red tampons. So poison. Have you ever had an experience like this? Some crazy ex doing anything like this?
No, nothing like that. But I hear that antifreeze is that's popular for kind of
for sabotage.
Yeah, I imagine if you're going to poison somebody, that sounds like a go-to thing. Antifreeze, yeah. Why not? I guess so.
I don't know if it's like odorless and flavorless or what it is, but it's not the first time I've heard of that being used to poison somebody.
I don't think it is because I don't think it is odorless. I think it does have a smell, doesn't antifreeze? Antifreeze has a smell. Sure.
I don't know. Shows you what I know is about.
Poisoning
vehicles too, and poisoning, auto maintenance and poisoning exits.
It definitely has a smell, but yeah, I mean, I imagine it would kill you right away if you put something like that in coffee or orange juice.
Or it'll fortify you for the winter.
There you go.
You never know.
There you could be a lot worse than cocaine.
But the tampon one, she was a firefighter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, she took a bunch of tampons and threw them on her ex-boyfriend.
And painted them red. And threw them. I mean, have you ever had a crazy girl do anything like that?
Nothing to that, no.
I would like it because then at least a woman would be paying attention to me. It would be a hell of a change in my life. Even something like that would be great.
A hell of a mischief night.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I can't even get a woman to be mean to me. That's how sad I am. Can't even get a woman to nothing. A woman gives me a dirty look, I'm excited. That's
be a great day for your landscaper or somebody to come home.
Oh, exactly. The poor landscaper. Well, you can't even get landscapers. Trump's thrown them all out of the country. You can't get a landscaper. You gotta cut.
No one wants that.
Old guys like me got to cut their own lawns now. You know how many old guys are going to have heart attacks if they can't get a landscaper?
Here I am with my bad hips, walking around mowing my own lawn.
Exactly.
What's this country coming to?
It's been a drastic increase in tampon lawns since Trump.
Yeah, that too.
I'm going to be dropping dead soon.
Get these out of my lawnmower.
I mean, I got it so bad. I got white people on. I didn't think that was possible. I looked at it. I said, "Where you guys come from?" They didn't look happy about it either. They didn't look real happy. Well, let me ask you that. We're in October. When did it become Halloween month? When it used to be just Halloween. Now it's a whole month of October. When did that? Who started this?
I think when the giant skeletons became in vogue and people realized they didn't have enough storage space for them, so they just started dressing them up for every season.
This had to be another retailer thing, right? There's just people, these Halloween spirit stores. I mean, it's all of a sudden it's a whole month of spookiness, which is insane to me. This is probably why you need cocaine to get away from this kind of crap.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was never a whole month. It was never. I mean, as a kid, it was the one day. It was Halloween, and now it's a whole month. Halloween, all these TV stations are running, months long. Scary movie marathons, and it's a month now.
You'd think they'd have the decency to wait for Columbus Day to be over.
Exactly. The poor indigenous people, they can't even get their own day. The zombies and the werewolves are infringing on them. It's terrible.
People think my Native American headdress is racist.
And it's just a Halloween costume.
Yes,
Exactly.
Right.
It's just in honor of Indigenous Peoples Day.
Even the Irish don't turn St. Patrick's into a month, maybe a weekend, but not a whole month.
No one wants to culturally appropriate the Irish.
No, but nobody. Well, I don't know. In my neighborhood of St. Patrick's Day, I did a couple of years ago. I saw a couple of black guys walking around like the green shirts on St. Patrick's Day. And I said, man, everybody's getting in on the drinking day. Everybody's trying. Even the Bloods and the Crips are getting in on it. I mean, it's getting, it's getting popular.
On the 17th, we all wear green.
Everybody's getting in on it. But no, I mean, why does it have to be a month? The candy companies must love this. I mean, it has to be a month of Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, you're onto it. I mean, it's all retail driven. I mean,
it's all big candy.
Yep.
It's amazing. And I hate adults who dress up at Halloween. That never happened when I was a kid. My parents or the other neighbors never would have dressed up in a Halloween costume. Any adult. You never saw
like a girlfriend dress up as a sexy character or anything.
Again, if I just had a girlfriend, never mind to dress it up. She could have wore anything. She could have dressed up like a hobo. I'd have been happy. That would have been fine with me.
I try to think of a formative incident that would have changed your, flip the script on Halloween.
I liked Halloween as a kid, but you never saw adults back when I was a kid. And I'm so fucking old now. I'm 60, but you never saw any adults dressed up in Halloween costumes. Now
I'm inclined to agree.
You see more adults dressed up than kids. Now you never saw that. When did that start?
When did it start being sexy?
That's a good question, because I wonder when that did start with the sexy nurses, that whole thing. The girls started dressing up. As a kid, I don't remember that. Of course, maybe it was just kept away from me, like everything else female was kept away from me. So maybe it was just, but I honestly don't remember that. Maybe in the 80s, I remember all of a sudden seeing that kind of stuff, the sexy Halloween costumes. But I don't remember.
There's always just been the one guy in the neighborhood who's like, "It's always has been, brother."
Yeah, right.
It's always what?
Always has been.
Always has been. Well, I don't know. It's just amazing to me that Halloween became such a big thing. But again, everything for money. Everything makes money. Except my podcast. That's the only thing that hasn't been the only thing that can't be monetized.
According to ChatGPT, it would be the 1970s is when cat suits and tight outfits and sexy nurse became popular.
That's probably right. The 1970s were crazy, and I was just a sheltered kid, and my old-fashioned parents were still living like it was the 40s, so I wouldn't have known that. I mean, I literally grew up in a house where my parents acted like it was 1940. Wow. And I didn't know the difference. I was a kid. I was an only child. I didn't know the difference. Then I get older and I realized these two. I've been living in the 1940s my whole life, it's just I was so fucked up. And I'm telling you, they did it. They refused. That my parents wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't have a dishwasher. They wouldn't have a microwave. Wow. They wouldn't have a VCR. They wouldn't have a phone answering machine. They lived like it was 1940. Like you thought Herbert Hoover was still president. And again, I didn't know the difference because I didn't have any siblings or anybody to tell me the difference. So I got older. I was like, but this is not how people are living. Why am I? This is crazy. My father always drove old used cars. I'm telling you, it's when I look back at it, it was literally the 1940s. That's
spent your adult life like trying to get the stuff that you didn't get when
I'm still pretty much a sheltered recluse now, and fucked up in the head recluse. I mean, I haven't improved on anything. I mean, just look at the hat I'm wearing, for Christ's sake. This looks like something from 1953. This hat I'm wearing.
You didn't splurge on a microwave or a sexy cat suit?
I do have a microwave. And I did. I still have
cable television.
I had it and I canceled it.
Yeah, okay,
I do have a smartphone. I have a smartphone.
Yep.
Honestly, not having cable is so old fashioned that it has become new school now.
Right.
And I have so I have a microwave. I have a smartphone. I have high speed internet. I'm trying to think what. I actually have an operating DVD player. It still works. The DVD.
That's okay.
Not that I've used it in a while, but it's still hooked up, and I could use it if I want. See if there's anything other modern I have. That's pretty much it, really.
My car's dishwasher. Did you get a dishwasher?
No, I've been washing dishes by hand my whole life. I've never had a dishwasher. I've never had a dishwasher.
It's a real game changer, let me tell you.
I've never had a coffee maker. I've never had a coffee maker.
Would that kill you?
Yes. I think of the two appliances that I use most.
Sure.
It's probably the dishwasher and the coffee maker. And the smartphone.
This is awful. People rip me for it. Instant coffee. I boil water and I'll have a cup of instant coffee.
Crystals.
Well, not even that. The bowl and basket, the cheap stuff from ShopRite. Everything in my house is bowling. My house is a bowl and basket house. I should get sponsorship because I'm so fucking cheap. I buy everything bowl and basket. I got bowl and basket spaghetti, bowl and basket applesauce, bowl and basket bread, milk. Everything is bowl and basket.
The generics have come up in quality, though.
I refuse to pay for a brand name. That's all bullshit to me. There's no you're buying the same thing. You're just paying for the name.
Gorilla's not getting my 30 cents.
Exactly. I've turned into that old man. That old man. I was an old man before I'm 60, and I've aged into my personality. I finally aged into my personality, but I'm so fucking cheap.
How do you take your instant coffee? Black or with
no cream and sugar? I do cream and sugar.
Yeah.
When I first started drinking coffee, my father drank it black. When I first started drinking coffee, he would get so mad. Why do you putting cream and sugar in your coffee? I said, what the fuck do you care?
Like
You're not drinking it.
Yeah.
He would get so mad that I was putting cream and sugar in my coffee. Like, you got yours over there. You don't have to drink. Worry about what I'm drinking. I don't know. But he would get beside himself that I was putting cream and sugar in my, according to him. This is the man, my father, who would put ketchup on scrambled eggs. So, but then he was mad at me for using cream and sugar. So it was a really sane, very sane, stable house I came from, as you can tell. Very, very sane. But I'm trying to. My father had this old workbench in the garage of these old tools from the 1950s. I mean, everything was. I had no idea how backwards I was till I got older, and I've never recovered.
But was he him? Did he know how to fix stuff? I mean,
he could do everything. Okay. I can't do anything.
Nor can I.
My father could do carpentry, plumbing, electric. We never called. If we'd have called him a bandmate, he'd have strangled me. He could run phone lines. I don't know where he learned all this stuff. No idea where he learned all this stuff, but he could do everything.
There was no YouTube to instruct him on how to do
he
figured it out.
Yeah. When they replaced the whole kitchen, the cabinets, him and a neighbor, they tore it out and put new cabinets. He could do everything, and I can't turn a screwdriver.
Amazing.
But I think back, where did he learn that? Because I'm amazed that he learned that. Because I don't know. He had older brothers, and I don't know if they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could. I don't. But he could do anything. It was amazing that he could do this stuff. Yeah. He could lay carpet, anything he could do. Wow. Yeah, he could do anything. I don't know how. I have no idea where he learned it.
Good on him.
He wouldn't buy anything to make the house, upgrade the house, but he wouldn't buy. It would be 99 degrees on. They wouldn't put the air conditioner on. My father would say, "What do you mean? We had hotter days when I was a kid. What do you mean hot? You don't know what hot is."
You had an air conditioner though? Did
you? Somehow, I don't know how they bought an air conditioner. I'm not sure.
But the big story.
It must have been the late 60s. Like I was probably like just a young kid, 3 or 4 years old or something when they bought this in. But they had this wall unit.
All right, great.
But it was the craziest thing. They never put it on. Why you would buy this? And like twice a year in the summer they would have, literally maybe twice a year. My mother would be half dead from the heat, cooking over a hot stove in this brick row house. Brick row houses are hot anyway because they contain the heat. And she's over the stove. He wouldn't consider putting the air conditioner on. What are you talking about? Your mother and the hot. What is she talking about? And then if she'd put the fan on, my father would turn the fan the other way. That's how you catch a cold. So the fan was blowing the other way. So there was no reason for the fan to be on. That's how you catch a cold.
When it's 97
degrees. Yeah, you're going to catch a cold from a fan. But that was his way of going. So that's well, I didn't mean to do this personal therapy session, but what the hell?
I kind of prodded.
No, it's good. What the hell? Content for the podcast. Why not? Next week we'll talk about my cousins and aunts and uncles. We'll really get it going. Is it amazing anybody besides me the way these classic bands go around, but it's none of the original members?
Yeah.
It's literally none of the original members. I don't know how they get away with this. How they sell these, and the ticket prices are still through the roof, and it's like Leonard Skinner. Every original member is dead.
Wow.
And somehow somebody owns the name.
Yeah.
And they're on tour as Leonard Skinner. How is that possible? How can they get away with charging those tickets when it's not Leonard Skinner? And go ahead, Jim.
I was going to say the record companies buy the rights and then they can just
somebody licenses the names.
Their own people. basically.
But it's
The
ridiculous.
Temptations have been doing it for years.
Oh yeah, the Temptation. Sure, the Temptation.
Chicago, a lot of them. I
Mm-hmm.
think Robert Lamb's still there, but a lot of those guys.
The Eagles.
Same
The
thing.
Eagles have one original member left. Don Henley's the only original member, and they're still going around calling themselves the Eagles. And there's a bunch of bands like that. The old bands like the
'Cause
Guess.
the record company owns the name, and then you're working
Yeah.
for the record company. Basically, you're just a
But I
musician.
can't believe people would buy tickets. You can't. Don't you know you're not seeing the band? I mean,
The other end of the spectrum can be bad too, because I've seen videos lately of Frankie Valli in
yeah.
front of the Jersey Boy, and it's a sad scene. They like play the high pitched notes, but that he has to lip sync, and it's
There's a tape of what do you call it? A track playing with his voice on it. He's holding the microphone out like this, so it's not him saying. He had money problems, from what I understand. That's why he's still on the road. He had a bunch of money.
Valley now.
Yeah. I saw Frankie Valli. I saw Frankie Valli. It was double. It was Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, but it wasn't. He was the only original Four Seasons.
How many seasons we had?
Yeah.
And the Four Tops. It was the Four Seasons and the Four, and I think it was still the original Four Tops. This is like 1988 at Las Vegas, and the Four Tops were great, and even the Four Seasons were pretty good. He could still sing a little bit back then in 1988, but it was pretty.
You know who's still doing it is Smokey Robinson.
Yes,
and he has the same.
Is he still performing?
He's still performing, and the women, the groupies have grown up with him. So there's like 80-year-old women who are like, "Oh, Smokey," when he like shakes his hips a little bit, and he's still doing it.
Well, the guy who amazes me is Paul McCartney. He's 83 years old. He just started a new tour.
They'll do like a 3-hour concert
And
too.
I was watching
Help in its entirety.
I watched that. He's opening with Help on this new tour, and it sounded good. I was watching a clip on YouTube, and he looks he doesn't look 83. He looks about 60. If you look at him,
Somebody
didn't know.
Sammy Hagar. He just started a new tour with some of the old Van Halen guys.
With Michael Anthony,
Daryl Hall's is going out.
He just canceled the tour because he was health problems.
He just canceled it.
He was going out, and he had Glenn Tilbrook of Squeeze was opening for him, and he just canceled it because of. I
just saw. Okay, so that just happened then.
I just saw this yesterday. It was being posted. He canceled it. But
No,
I'm sure maybe Oates put some antifreeze in his coffee. Maybe that screwed them all up. But I mean, you going out and like you said, Foreigner. I think Foreigner's got one. I think
nobody.
I think Mick Jones might still be for the original band.
He's in dire straits health wise.
Oh, so he's not there either anymore.
No.
And I knew Lou Graham wasn't there anymore. So
Lou Graham kind of comes out and occasionally does like one-offs.
With Foreigner.
With
Foreigner,
Foreigner,
okay, I thought he was out of it.
But he's seen better days too.
Okay, and who was that? I was just going to say, the Sex Pistols. It's the Sex Pistols, but it's the other two guys, not Sid Vicious and Johnny Rotten. The other two guys who were in the original Sex Pistols, and they're calling it the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
Or Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's the two guys, not the Fogerty brothers, and they're calling it Creedence Clearwater Revisited.
Oh.
And it's just, I don't know how. The thing that amazes me is that people are buying tickets for this. It's just don't you? Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's like going to see a cover band.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
But and if you go to see a cover band, the prices are much lower. That's the part that how can you pay these outrageous prices? You're not seeing the band.
I wonder if in 40 years the other two Black Eyed Peas are going to be touring.
Oh, I'm sure.
Taboo and Apple Diap doing everything.
Well,
can't believe I remember their names.
And I would be laughing louder if I knew who those guys were.
I think we're 10 years away, honestly, from seeing pick a band that's no longer around, the original Leonard Skinner. And it's just going to be AI on stage.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like the holograms and everything.
Like that's going to, I mean, and the record companies, that's what they're doing. They're spending $500 million on Bruce Springsteen, knowing that for the rest of eternity, once he dies, they can just put a hologram of him on stage and just tour him around the country.
Investment now.
Yeah. Right, the AI thing is going to be interesting.
Oh, like the new actress. Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah. What's her name? Tilly Norwood. Is that it? Is that her last
something
name?
like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I forget the name of her.
That's unbelievable. You're looking at her. She's beautiful, and you go, that's AI. But the thing with AI is, the reason I hate it, it's going to ruin nude scenes because actresses aren't going to be doing nude scenes anymore. It's all going to be AI, which I will be officially boycotting the movie theaters when that starts.
I was going to say, it'd be let down by that AI actress is Harvey Weinstein.
Exactly. I mean, can you imagine?
Is the solution to me too.
remember seeing what our age? You remember seeing Fast Times at Ridgemont High and the Phoebe Cates? Imagine if that wasn't a real girl. How much of a bummer that would be. Or Jamie Lee Curtis in Trading Places. That was some of the greatest moments of your young life, and now it's not going to be. Now it's going to be some.
You think they're going to get like an AI Harvey Weinstein?
Oh, hopefully. But knowing Harvey Weinstein, he's so horny, he might be trying to fuck the AI. Don't think Harvey would stop at that. If you let him out of jail, trust me, he would have no hesitation to try.
He would invite Tilly to his room, and they would like throw a laptop in there.
Exactly right. My favorite Harvey Weinstein thing. He supposedly body slammed Nathan Lane one time. I don't know what Nathan. Wow. I don't know what Nathan Lane did. But is there anybody less threatening than Nathan?
Right,
How
Nathan Lane, yeah.
I don't know what God knows he didn't show enough respect or did something, but body slamming Nathan Lane.
Yeah.
But the thing about the Harvey Weinstein thing is all these fucking rats in Hollywood, they knew he was doing this shit for years, and they all turned the other cheek and they all lied about it. And now they're coming out afterwards saying, well, me too. Why didn't you say nothing all these years when Harvey they would be thanking him at the Academy Awards, and they knew what he was up to. They're full of shit. They knew what he was up to. See, take somebody like me who's at the bottom who doesn't care.
You'd be the whistleblower.
Exactly, because I get nothing anyway.
Your podcast career.
Yeah. I always said I can't be canceled because I've never been activated.
Like Hannibal Buress to Bill Cosby, you'd be Ed McGonigal to Harvey Weinstein.
Whatever happened to Hannibal Buress? Is he still around? I haven't heard his name in a while.
Did like a rap career thing for a little bit.
He was rapping?
He was
really
under the name Eshu Tune, and I don't know if it worked out because now he's back doing comedy. And didn't he was he one of the Riyadh
maybe
festival people?
He might have been. He might have got that money, the Riyadh money. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought he had a local date coming up.
So.
Oh, maybe because there's too many fucking comics. Good Lord. Good. I don't know how some of these people are making them if you don't have a day. How can all these people who are making money are just full-time comics? You know what I mean?
You got to go to the desert.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, there's so many of them. They're touring. They're coming through like Helium, Punchline, Soul Jones, these headlines. Can they all be making? I mean, they don't have any side hustle. None of them. I don't know. Is there that much money? I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. I know who's not getting it.
Yeah.
I know who's never gotten it in all these years. So we were talking about music. And Taylor Swift just put out a new album, of course, which, if you want to call that music, I guess you can. But she's got a song on this. I guess everybody's heard about that. It's called Redwood, which is supposedly about Travis Kelce's cock. She's got a song. It's not enough. She's going to football games and pubs. She has to write a song about his cock. I mean, really? I mean,
she's not a real football fan. She never made a song about Tony Gonzalez's cock when he was on the Chiefs.
Exactly. I mean,
he's a Hall of Famer.
I mean,
or Len Dawson.
I mean, as crazy as John Lennon, was about Yoko, he never wrote a song about her vagina. At least give him that. She has to write a song about his cock. She couldn't just. She couldn't just marry the guy. She had a song about. Is that what her fans wanted? Well, maybe they're so stupid. Maybe they do. Maybe they do want a song about his cock.
Well, they want to hear about her. They want to hear her thoughts about her relationships, I think.
I get. Well, somebody
good
would say
bad, mostly bad.
Somebody would say it makes sense. He would have to have because there's no other reason for her to be with him. It's not like she needs the money or the publicity, so he'd have to have a gigantic cock, I guess, to keep Taylor Swift. But that's humble that she would write a song like that. No, and especially when she has so many young, I don't know.
Yeah,
her music isn't stupid enough. Now she's writing cock songs.
I guess if anybody's going to write a song about Travis Kelce's cock, it's got to be her, though.
But now, suppose they break up.
Or Jason Kelce.
Is she going to write it if they
Maybe
break up?
Be on their Christmas album.
How great would that be?
A lot of can sing
Getting that cock in your stockings, that would be great.
Sorry, Ed.
No. That's fine. Saves me the trouble. Listen, if they break up, is she going to write a song saying, "Never mind, it's not that big. I was lying. It's kind of small."
Yeah.
I mean,
if they break up, that'll be a scorcher. I mean,
you would think.
Yeah.
You would think, but I mean,
deforestation.
I thought the reason he was perfect for her was he's so stupid. That's what she needs, a guy who's just big, kind of handsome and stupid, and she hit the jackpot with him.
Yeah. Now he's this Renaissance guy, right? With his acting career and podcast.
Well, he's perfect for acting too. They just give him dialogue. He's too stupid not to. He'll just go out and say it. He's perfect for that. I mean, but a song about his cock. She had to be that. She couldn't be a little subtle. Most people, there's no subtlety. Just a song about his cock.
Well, there has to be some subtlety. It doesn't. It's not in the lyric sheet.
Right?
Like, hey, Travis Kelce's cock.
I mean, when like John Lennon or Bob Dylan would write a song about like women, it would be a little subtle. It would be
metaphors.
It wouldn't be right out the sexual stuff. It's just ridiculous. A song about
I'm
it.
not ready to weigh in until I hear this masterpiece.
Well, then you might need that cocaine that the seniors need if you sit through Taylor Swift. But another thing about the new album, a lot of critics are coming out and saying, "Oh, Taylor, this isn't a good album for her. The lyrics aren't good. But like the lyrics were so good on the other albums. I mean, what are you talking about? How are they all of a sudden saying she's going downhill? She was never up the hill. You ever listen to that music? It's the dumbest music of all time.
Well, I think her zenith is so much higher than other people's zeniths that the tendency to want to knock it down, I think, is probably arrived.
Yeah, but
and people are going to want to take their swings now.
You're right. There is that tendency when people hit their peak to go back down.
But it's all sales. I mean, she sold it, but those songs, the songs are awful. It's not like going to be 30 years from now, people are going to say, "Oh man," like people go back and listen to, I don't know, the Beatles or Joni Mitchell, and it's, "Oh yeah, this really holds up." Nobody's going to do that with Taylor Swift.
I missed the Travis Kelce's cock
I have
era.
the song, but I don't know if I want to play it because I don't want us to get in trouble with YouTube. But I have it if you want.
Redwood.
It's called Wood.
Oh, Wood. It's just called Wood.
I
thought it was called Redwood.
That makes sense with the Chiefs.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the song, but the audience won't hear it. I'm gonna shut off the mics, and then you can just. I'm gonna try and find the part of the song you're talking.
It's all right. We barely have an audience. What do we care?
Well, whatever. It's about YouTube.
It sounds like I want you back a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. I'll be honest. If until somebody told me that was about some guy's cock, I wouldn't have known it was about some guy's cock.
You think it was tastefully subtle?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, the music is so bad. How are people even? I mean, it makes Madonna look like a genius with something that's so bad.
I want Dua Lipa's next album to be about Andy Reid's cock.
Dua Lipa, nice. Speaking of Dua Lipa, you see what she has, the younger sister who looks like her. I mean, it's like as pretty as she is, the younger sister. Even holy mackerel!
I couldn't pick Dua Lipa out of a lineup.
I don't know because she's so pretty. As not that I would listen to her songs.
I haven't seen Coke and I haven't seen Dua Lipa.
Well, you probably need Coke to listen to her music. I'm positive of that. Another thing that from pop culture that I'm on. The Rock has a new movie out. I forget what it's called. Smashing Machine.
Yep.
And people are raving at there's Dua Lipa. There's Dua Lipa.
Okay. All right. That's a good looking mug.
Yeah, she's very attractive. Well, but The Rock has this new movie out, and these critics are, praising his performance. And I'm thinking, am I now? I'm going to have to hear that The Rock is a good actor now. I'm going to have to hear that nonsense now.
He's playing a wrestler, though, right?
Yeah, he's playing an MMA fighter.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
that's really going against type.
Yeah, really. But now we're going to have to put up with listen to this nonsense that The Rock is a good actor. I mean, okay, he's made a lot of money. Don't tell me he's a good actor. It's like people tell me that Taylor Swift's a good songwriter. I mean, come on.
He was pretty good in The Tooth Fairy.
I was just going to say.
He was. The Tooth Fairy did remind me of a young De Niro. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He really
I don't know
did.
if anybody else could play a Tooth Fairy now on
That's
screen
great.
after he's pretty much become the
I
seminal.
heard Marlon Brando tried it.
Portrayal.
They scrapped it because he couldn't do it. But they're going to tell me now that I'm going to have to swallow that nonsense now that The Rock is a good actor. I mean, it's amazing what these publicists in Hollywood, they really earn their money. If they can convince people that Taylor Swift is a musical genius, The Rock is a good actor. I mean, like you watch these late night talk shows, they've just become infomercials.
Yeah.
They're just plugging the person comes on and they plug their movie and there's no comedy.
Well, you've got a handful of people now that can, open a movie and he's one of them. And so, because of that, he ends up getting like Emily Blunt, who was like a pretty
Yeah,
talented.
she is. She was very good in Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
I'll say she is pretty good actress.
Jumps on board a
This
rock
is like
movie,
the second
which is
movie she's
something I
done with
would've-
him or something. Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Oh yeah, the Jungle Cruise.
yeah,
movie.
something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So
Another, I don't know who.
Another classic up there with.
Yeah,
I'd
exactly.
put it
Yeah,
up
that
there with
looked great.
Jumanji
so it's
6.
like, I know.
I don't know how I missed that. I meant to get run
what do you
right
call
out and
There's
see
the
it.
Deer Hunter. There's Citizen Kane,
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise, Tooth Fairy.
Casablanca.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. But they've been trying to tell us for
Now the
years how
Smashing Machine.
they've been trying to tell us for years how talented Jennifer Lopez is, and you're supposed to buy that too. She's a great actress. She's a great singer. I don't know. They try to sell you these people. I honestly don't know how they do it, but these Hollywood people. I don't know. They try to sell you these people, and that's why you would tune in free to the McGonigal podcast.
That's right.
It's free and it's worth every penny
Yeah.
that you're paying for it.
We'll tell you what to think about stuff.
That's exactly right. And I admit that I'm full of shit. They won't admit it. I'll come right out and admit it. I'm so full of shit. But I got this theory that Ambien, the people who make Ambien are working hand in hand with Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, because Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts are on every corner, right? So people are so over caffeinated they can't sleep. So then they go to the doctor gives them a prescription for Ambien. Then you're sleeping. Now you're tired from the Ambien. Now you need more coffee. I think there's collusion between the Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and Ambien. I think maybe
non-narcotic sleep aids are pretty popular now too. I forget the name of the
melatonin.
Melatonin. Thanks. Yeah. That's very popular.
I
now,
get
too.
maybe they're all working together, but no wonder nobody can sleep at all these coffee places. That's all everywhere you go, there's a coffee place.
Yeah.
Was Ambien what Roseanne was on, or was that something else?
Oh, I don't know. It was,
I saw that quote.
I think she was on that. She looks like she looked like she was on spare ribs. The size of her. Was she on Ambien? I don't know. But there are people who've gotten addicted to Ambien. I would never take that. I had a doctor wanted to give me a prescription for Ambien. I said, I'm not taking that. I don't know what the hell's that. What that's going to do to me.
Yeah.
As boring as I am, I've never even, like I said, I smoked pot once. Ambien's not would really fuck me up. God knows what that'll do. I ain't taking
I know people who like to have it to take on like flights.
Yeah, I don't trust any of that stuff. Who knows?
Yeah.
I any of that prescription stuff, painkillers or I don't know. I don't want any of it.
Just a little antifreeze for me, and I'm
that's
good.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
A little antifreeze and cocaine, and then you're good.
I've been
One for the car and one for me.
Like a director of doing
Yeah.
passion projects.
Yes.
But the whole country is over caffeinated. I mean, I know I am. I'm always trying. I had a coffee on the way here tonight. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole,
Bowling basket, freeze dried up.
no, I actually splurged and went to a Dunkin' Donuts and got a small coffee. I actually spent the $2 something.
Yeah. There you go.
Hard for me to get that money out of my pocket as cheap as I am, but I actually got it.
Do you think you could snort those coffee crystals and it would give you the boost?
You know what? I might have to try that one of these boys. I got nothing else going on. I'm so bored. Nothing going on at my house. Maybe I should try that. Snort that and snort some of the bowling.
Maybe grind them down a little bit more.
Basket and bowl. Basket and bowl applesauce. I might try to snort some of that. I always love it when a fat person feels they need to tell you that they're not on Ozempic. Like, no kidding. Really? You're not on Ozempic? Who would have?
A bigger person that's lost weight is telling you that?
No, just a big person. They're not on Ozempic. Yeah, you
right.
came in the doorway sideways. We knew you weren't on Ozempic.
Just taking the honorable path.
Yeah, if you're a certain size, you don't have to tell people you're not on Ozempic. Everybody knows.
It. It's like $1,000 a month.
Is it really? Is that what it is?
It's super expensive.
Wow.
Yeah. And insurance companies are moving away from like covering.
I imagine who would spend it?
Because it was a diabetes thing at first,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and all the fatzos hijacked the diabetes medicine. Some poor kid out there, he's got diabetes and you got to get on a waiting list because because your fat aunt wants to lose weight, can't exercise. Some poor diabetes kid. That's amazing to me. They hijacked diabetes medicine.
Yeah,
there
was like the weight loss side effect, and then like birth control pills will clear up your skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are crazy. I mean, it's amazing. They don't mind putting.
So I'm told.
And here's the thing: you have no idea what that Ozempic is going to do to you 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
God knows what you might get. You know, you might be better off with antifreeze than the guy.
That's kind of my attitude toward LASIK. I mean, I've never thought about getting it because I just don't want to go, No.
Oh,
You might as well now. I've only got so much time left.
LASIK eye surgery. You mean?
I'm with you there because it just sounds sketchy,
I-
like getting shot in the eye with a
That's
laser.
exactly. I remember talking to somebody years back. Oh, you would never get that. I said, no, I'll just put the glasses on. I'm going to have something shot in my eyes.
But
Why
the
would
people who have gotten it and gotten corrected by it will swear by it.
We'll tell you how great it is.
Yeah.
But I'm the person who would have something bad would go wrong and I'd be blind in one eye. Or so. I know my luck. It would go bad. I'm not having any lasers on my eyes. I'll just put glasses on. And glasses have got me this far. Good. See, I'm just like my parents. I'm living in the past. The stupid apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Just get that dishwasher.
Yeah, that's never going to happen at this point. It's way. That horse left the stable. There's no chance of me getting a dishwasher. That's just the one thing I'm still
That was
holding.
even an antiquated idiom.
Yeah.
The horse left the stable, the train left the station.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we do steam engines?
No, that's it. I'll never have a dishwasher or a coffee maker. I'm sure that'll never happen. I mean, who knows? Well, probably not. But maybe the way I'm going at my age, I'll probably have a catheter at some point. But I'll never have a.
If
I'll
they
never
raise the budget for the podcast Secret Santa, we know what to get.
Oh, there you go. Well, I don't think they're going to raise that at any point anytime soon. I know my luck. It's going to be the same. So we having technical problems, Jim?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we want to make sure my mug is good.
See the both of you right now. You're good.
It's God forbid. Yeah, it's good. It's like sure Carson wasn't here with the technology dying.
Why is he like
Oh,
a ghost that
he's
takes out technology?
John's the jinx. John is
Really?
he gets around something goes out, something goes down, and anything. And he says he knows how to fix it, and 3 hours later it's not fixed.
Dogs start barking.
Oh, it's always bad. It's always bad. But are you comfortable with all these drones? Everything is getting delivered by drones now. Food, everything is getting medication. I hear people getting medication delivered by drone.
Wow.
You know that Amazon is using drones to deliver packages. I don't know. I don't know how comfortable I am with that kind, especially food. Do you want your food like if you order a pizza or something, you want a drone
Dropped.
bringing it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, of course, it's either a drone or an illegal alien pulling up in a car with no insurance. I guess. So I guess it's not much better, is it? But I don't know. Now the screen froze for a minute. No, but would you want your food delivered in a drone?
If it got there faster and it was accurate, yeah.
I don't know. There's just something about me. There I go living in the past again. But I don't know. There's just something about
have to tip the drone?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Do
is
they
it?
have like the 20% thing on the
there's
iPad?
like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
probably
you don't have to
20%
tip a
like
drone. That's one good.
technology fee or
That's
something.
one good thing. You don't have to tip a drone. Yeah, but of course, if there's something wrong, who are you going to? You can't yell at anybody either because it's a drone, so there's
Right.
nobody to yell at. So that's part's bad.
I'll blame President Zelensky.
President Zelensky, what that poor guy did? He used to be a comedian, which is amazing.
Yeah, really.
See what happens when you put a comedian in charge of the country?
There's old videos. Have you guys seen the videos of him on like Ukraine's Got Talent where he's like playing piano with his dick with the other guy?
No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
He's playing piano with his dick.
Yeah.
Holy,
It's like their whole act was like a duo act where they like stand behind a piano in like coats and tails and then they pull down their pants. You see it like below the piano. It drops their ankles and then they do this and they're playing like that.
So basically, they elected Tom Green as their president over there in Ukraine.
Don't get
Oh
any
my
dead moose near.
Oh my
near
God!
Zelensky. Oh, you got the Zelensky video?
Jim, as soon as he mentions something, you got to give it to Jim. As soon as he mentions something, it pops up.
Yeah.
Taylor
Now that's
Swift,
a producer.
Zelensky. I'm going to mention Behind the Green Door next. See if Jim can find that. Vladimir Putin, is it a tie with this guy? No wonder he's pissed off. He beat this guy.
Ukrainian apology.
Eat.
Yeah, this was no wonder Putin's so pissed off. Putin is this great warrior leader, and KGB, and can't beat this guy. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, I'm going to take Putin off my admired list now. And I see this. You can't beat this guy. Oh my God!
I'd rather watch that or hear Wood again.
Holy cow! What is worse, watching that or when Roger Snare used to go up at an open mic? What do you think was worse? I'm not sure. That's close.
God rest his soul.
Did he die, Rogers? Now?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Both him and Linda within
Yeah.
a short. in
Oh, I knew
rapid
Linda
succession.
died. I didn't know
they
Roger
both passed
died.
away. Yeah.
Oh, gee. Did one of his family get up and give a eulogy like Roger? Was it like a long spoon out eulogy?
I don't know that he had much family.
Well,
Sorry,
they,
this takes a very dark turn.
they certainly wouldn't have admitted it if you were Roger Snare's family. You certainly wouldn't have admitted it. I'd tell you.
But yeah, his open mic bits were a bit.
He was some piece of work, Roger Snare. Holy
that was
mackerel. That's
Defender of the First Amendment.
yes, he was a defender for him. Roger Snare and Jimmy Kimmel, the two biggest defenders.
Yes.
Where was Jimmy Kimmel and the guys when Roger was getting censored? Where were they to come to his defense?
I respect Roger for never crying on stage.
There you go. Roger never broke down and cried. Never had his wife writing jokes. Well, they're like they both used their wives in their act too. Jimmy uses his wife as a head writer. Roger used Linda. That's
I
very
didn't know that
similar.
about Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
what's that?
I didn't know Jimmy Kimmel's wife was a writer.
She's the head writer of the show. What the hell's her name? Molly something. What the hell she got that job being the head writer? Must have been through talent. Couldn't have been any other way.
Started on the Man Show. And
It was
worked her way up.
basically he did a Harvey Weinstein. He banging the help. It was like a Harvey Weinstein that worked out with Jimmy, with his wife. Oh well, why get into that? So you guys as excited as I am that Bad Bunny is doing a halftime show this year? You guys are really,
You know it.
fired up for that?
Go ahead, sing your favorite lyrics.
Yeah, but I found that all his songs are in Spanish. So are they basically like telling Trump and half the country "fuck you" by having a guy who's going to do a Spanish? I mean, that's pretty funny. Half the songs are in Spanish because most football players they'd like to have Spanish entertainment. I think most football fans, the guys sitting around drinking beer, let's get some Spanish entertainment up here.
Yeah, I think the NFL probably has some pretty detailed demographics, and
They're trying to get the international audience. They don't.
Yeah.
They already got the old white guys. We're locked in. We ain't going
that's
anywhere.
right.
Bad Bunny's going to bring out The Who as a special guest, and it's going to be a great crossover.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, the Who. Let's see if the Who lives long enough to make it. My feeling is the Who changed their name to the When because the last time they were cool was way back when. That's
Their farewell tour ended.
Oh, it's
This
over. They're done.
farewell
I
tour,
saw
yeah.
the Who in 1989, and I remember saying to my friends, "I'm glad we saw them. They might not be around much longer."
Yeah.
1980, 36 years ago, and they're
Right.
still got. I saw the Who and the Stones a month apart. I was like, "Man, I got to see both of them. They're probably
Wow.
going to be." And now they're both still out there, and you can't get rid of them.
Keith Richards has like embalmed himself from the inside out with like every drug and,
The
and
money
a
you
million
could have,
cigarettes.
the money you could have made if you say Keith Richards would still be alive in 2025.
mhm.
The Keith Richards would outlive Diane Keaton. You would have
Yeah.
made the money you would have made. Good Lord. You
It's
would've
like
made a lot
knowing
of-
about Bitcoin in 2005.
Right.
There was back in the 70s. There was an interview with Mick and Keith, and the reporter saying Keith they put out a list of celebrities they don't expect to live, and Keith, am I on it? And it's in the 70s, and he's still a fairly young guy. I guess I'm on it. They said, and the reporter was telling him, "Yeah, you're on it," because Brian Jones is
50
already
years
dead.
later. Wow.
Yeah.
And it's just back in the 70s, and he's still alive. Gee, it's amazing he's still alive. Nobody.
Somebody's office Deadpool is just terribly
Nobody
screwed.
would have thought he'd still be
Yeah.
alive. He outlived
Prop bet
everybody.
long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sure thing, I should say.
Mhm.
Good Lord.
It didn't come through.
Well, we were talking about coffee, and did you see where Maxwell House is changing their name?
Yeah.
It's going to be Maxwell Apartments. Now, who is this trying to appeal to? Who in the name of good? They said they're doing it because there's so many people who can't afford a house and they can't relate to house. So it's better if we put Maxwell.
Oh, is this a real thing?
This is a real thing.
Okay.
They're changing their name to Maxwell Apartments. Why would you do that? You had this brand that's been around. It got to be 100 years. Maxwell House has been around. This iconic name. Why
It's
would
a
you?
temporary rebrand.
Okay.
Oh,
Temporary.
It's a
I didn't-
limited time marketing campaign to appeal to renters. The campaign offers a 12-month lease bundle of the coffee for $40,
All
which
right.
includes 4 27.5-ounce canisters.
See, I didn't realize that it was temporary. But why would you? It's I mean, Cracker Barrel tried to rebrand it. People
Yeah.
revolted. They had pitchforks.
They love that guy.
But I don't know. Maxwell House is pretty good coffee too. Not too cheap to buy it. I bought a bowl and basket. It's a coffee. Too cheap to buy the Maxwell House, but
Well, now that it's Maxwell Apartments,
maybe I can afford it. Maybe they'll lower the price.
Maxwell Section 8, you could do that.
That's what I need. Maxwell Section 8.
They
That's
could do
basically what bowl and basket is. It's Maxwell welfare, basically. It's I'm drinking a welfare coffee. There's no question.
And they could have. I think the final evolution is just switching it to Max now that HBO Max is back.
I think that next time we drink and paint thinner. That'll be nice if we can get a little bit cheap at the hardware store. But Maxwell, why would you change the name of an iconic brand just for something silly like that to identify with people
who generate publicity?
I probably generate publicity, but I mean,
honestly, I never thought of Maxwell as the house part of Maxwell House as being somebody's house.
Right.
I mean, I always thought of
nobody
it like
did.
This is the House of Lords.
Dumbest thing in the Maxwell. Isn't that the one the Wicked Witch used to be the spokesman for back in the? Do you remember the Margaret Hamilton who played the Wicked Witch?
Yes, yeah.
She was the spokesman, right?
Yeah,
she played Cora. Wasn't that the character she played in the commercial? Cora. She'd be selling Maxwell. I think it was Maxwell.
And yes, Margaret Hamilton.
Right, Maxwell.
And I have the commercial if you want.
No. I've already talked enough about the 70s. This show is going to be called the 70s show.
Yeah, we're alienating
because I'm such an old fucking man. I live in the past. Good Lord. Good. By the way, tonight's panel, this might be the whitest panel that's ever been assembled. I was looking at this. This might be the absolute whitest.
You don't need the lights.
This is the type of panel. Stephen A. Smith would have a fit if he saw this panel.
Yeah.
He did. Don Lemon would be furious if he saw this many. This is a white of a panel. Dude, in. You see what the White House is planning on having a UFC fight on the front of what is it? They were talking about July 4th, but now it's going to be a different day. I think it's
Trump's birthday, right?
Right, June 14th. That's what it is. That's the funniest thing. They're going to have. What was worse, when the British burned the White House in 1812? I don't know. That might have been a better night for the White House.
Paved over the Rose Garden, so they could probably put a squared circle in there.
A UFC fight in the White. I mean, if you're going to have a sport, have the UFC. I don't know.
The Lincoln bedroom, the Trump octagon.
They have. The last time they had something like that was, I think, when Hillary threw a vase at Bill back in the 90s. That was the closest they ever came.
That's right. They have the Clinton desk.
They said they got to have something like that.
Well, they could invite the smashing machine himself, Dwayne.
Don't think he won't get in on it. Don't think he won't pop up somewhere. And that Dana White, he did the right thing by ingratiating himself with Trump. But the UFC's ratings are up. Their streaming numbers, they're way up.
He's playing both sides of the fence. But when he did the Las Vegas, the Sphere thing, that was all like a love letter to Mexico. So I wonder how he's in bed with both.
That's a smart businessman getting in bed with both. That's a smart guy.
I think it's just the universal appeal of people getting the shit knocked out of them.
True. It is just gladiators in the Coliseum.
I guess that's what it. But the UFC at the White that people, these liberals, their heads are going to be exploding that night. You got to be looking at Twitter and Blue Sky that night. They're going to be having a meltdown. They're going to be absolutely going crazy on that Blue Sky and Twitter when the UFC on the White. That's pretty funny. I mean, it used to be the White House was this conservative state thing, Eisenhower and Trump. Now you got the UFC. I wonder what they're gonna have next. The cornhole, and then sack races on the front. They're gonna have I don't know. They're gonna. God only knows.
Bush's Baked Beans Cornhole League is going to make it to the front.
Maury Povich is going to do a special Who's the Father episode on the White House lawn. That's going to be next, I guess. I don't know. Well, we're getting close to an hour. Let me Jim, about almost up on an hour. We close? 58 minutes. I thought it was real quick. I was bummed out last night when I saw that Diane Keaton died. I don't know. Paul, you're a pretty young guy, but Diane Keaton in the 70s was big.
Yeah.
The Godfather movies and all those great Woody Allen movies. Mm-hmm. And I was really bummed out when I couldn't believe she was 79. Yeah. I said 79. Because I think of her as young, thinking of Annie Hall and the Godfather movies. And Robert Redford a couple weeks ago, and now Diane Keaton, and and I go back to the 70s again. I can't get out of the 70s. I am trapped, but I mean, I almost fainted when I heard the Diane Keaton. You don't think of her as being old.
No.
And Woody Allen outlived her. Woody Allen outlived Diane Keaton. He's 90 years old, Woody Allen.
Well, he's got his stepdaughter to keep.
Yeah.
He's got a couple. Did you see the interview he did with Bill Maher? Bill Maher interviewed Woody Allen.
I only saw snippets of it.
And it was pretty good. He's sharp as a tag. He's 90 years old, but he's still there, sharp as a tag, Woody Allen. But I mean, I was just really bummed out because I love the Godfather movies and I love Annie Hall and Played Against Sam and all those Woody Allen movies. I was just really bummed out that Diane Keaton died. 79. Who knows who's next for the 70s? Who's going to Nicholson will kick off or Pacino, and I'll be bummed again because I'm stuck in the
Robert Redford just died.
I
feel like nobody even mentioned it.
It got mentioned, but not as much as he was. I mean, he hadn't He's sort of withdrawn from.
It's still he's Robert Redford.
I know it got some play. Maybe it should have got more. Some of those movies.
I just binged 2 of his movies last night.
What was it?
Spy Game, underrated movie. If you've never seen it, it's
Okay,
on Netflix
what was
right
the other
now.
one?
He's a CIA. It's him and Brad Pitt, and they play CIA agents.
And what was the other one you said you watched?
Yeah, I would totally recommend. If you've never seen it, watch it. You'll love it.
And you said you watched 2?
And I watched The Natural too.
The Natural.
That's like my favorite sports movie.
I'm one of those people. I hate The Natural.
Why?
I hate it.
Why? I'm
It's
debating you on
it's
this.
too hokey, and he's way too old for the role. He's way
He
too
does
old.
look like he's
He's
85
way
playing
too old.
35.
I can't even watch it. He's so old,
No.
and he's playing this young baseball player. It's embarrassing. And I love
Fantastic.
Redford. I love All the President's Men and The Sting and 3 Days of the Condor.
I watched All the President's Men 2
The
nights.
Candidate.
I'm on a Redford binge. If
Oh,
you haven't
good.
noticed,
3 Days of the Condor. If you never saw, great
That's a
movie
great
with
one.
Redford and Faye Dunaway. Great movie, but The Natural. God, I hate The Natural, and I hate the Field of Dreams too.
your show's canceled.
I know.
You made it 37 episodes.
If you like a baseball movie, 8 Men Out is the best baseball.
That's a great.
movie.
That's a
Eight
great.
Men
movie.
Out is the best baseball. But listen, we did another stupid episode, and I showed him even more stuck in the 70s than I usually am. I apologize to Paul. He has no idea what I'm talking about the 70s.
I know Diane Keaton. I'm wearing my vest at half mast.
There you go. But no, I mean, I thank you guys for coming out. The whitest panel we'll ever have here. I'm gonna have to get 2 black guys next time to make up for it. But I'm gonna be in a racist penalty box
You'll
after
have to
having this
throw on
white.
some makeup.
This is terrible. But I want to thank these guys. Anything to plug, Paul? Wednesday nights at the High Note.
High Note humor
over
every
the-
Wednesday
The
night.
tap room over in Haddonfield. Anything to plug, Chris?
Nope,
Shows?
nothing.
I got some shows coming out. Check out my Facebook. Ed McGonigal, America's least favorite entertainer. I'll be out there again somewhere. I'll be out there. You can ignore me like most people do.
And now you can be found as the McGonigal Podcast on every social.
The McGonigal Podcast on every social. So if you think you were just ignoring my personal social media, now you can ignore the McGonigal. You have 2 things to ignore. It's going to take a lot of work for you to ignore me. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank the great Jim Corhan.
Yeah.
The next episode, also tune into the sports podcast. Just what we need, another Philly sports show. Folks, thanks so much. See you on the next dumb episode. Thanks a lot, folks.
Comedy. Strange.